Welcome to the RTC Planning and Infrastructure meeting on the 1st of February 2023. We have apologies from Councillor Crittenden,
Councillor Wing,
Councillor Wing,
Councillor Piper.
Yes, Councillor Piper, yeah.
Anyone else?
Councillor Hetherington, we saw her yesterday, did she?
She should be here.
She'll be here.
Just those three.
Councillor Ara, I saw her before, but she didn't. Councillor Green,
Well, I'm sure he will be.
Expecting Councillor.
yeah,
he should be.
Yeah, because it's one other thing. The minutes of the previous meeting.
Declarations of interest.
Any declarations of interest? Anybody for their planning applications? No. The minutes of the previous meeting. Are they acceptable? Does someone oppose them? And seconded by Councillor Piper. Linda.
Councillor Piper wasn't in attendance.
You weren't there, Councillor. Sorry, I thought you put
Councillor Nixie.
Councillor Nixie. All right, so we've got 3 planning applications to look at. The first one is in 16A Vale Square, and it is a listed building, and they're putting in a lift, which I've looked at all the, well, we'll see them. It seems to take up very little space.
It's one of those ones that you see advertised at the back of the Sunday Supplement.
We have one in our house.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't buy it.
Yeah.
So this proposal is in our ward, and Councillor Wing called it in. She's not able to be here this evening because she's looking after her sick sister. But the resident is elderly and disabled and has applied for this. It was turned down once by the conservation officer, and it is being looked at again now under the Disability Discrimination Act. And we gather from officers that they are minded to approve it because there is no alteration to the outside appearance of the building, and the internal alterations can be reversed. So it is simply for the current resident, so he can stay in his own home.
Yes.
And we feel quite strongly that he should be allowed to do this, and that there is no disadvantage to neighbours or anybody else by permitting this, and we understand that officers are now of that mind.
Chair, I propose we have no objection to it and not go into this
I'll
whatsoever.
second that.
Could I make a counter proposal that we actually say Ramsgate Town Council wishes to approve this application, wishes to support this application because it is allowing an existing resident with a disability to remain in his home. Could we do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
All those in favour?
Did we get a second, Chair?
Councillor Makinson.
I seconded it. Anybody against? Anybody abstaining? No.
Thank you.
Okay, number 2 is this development at New Hayne Road. That,
Here comes Councillor Green.
oh, right.
Precisely on cue.
Here comes the cavalry, come on. Riding over the hill.
Sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening. Councillor Makinson has just said the second item is the development on New Hayne Road in New Walked.
Through this.
Are you satisfied, Councillor Green, with the soundproofing? Soundproofing, was that your query?
Well, yes.
At New Hayne Road?
Yes,
The council have looked at,
there was a condition put on the
yes,
outline planning that they described the soundproofing they're going to use, and that hasn't been approved.
right.
Concerned that they're going ahead with detailed
Acoustic trickle.
phase 2 planning.
Dean's got more information.
I know.
Right. Well, we've all got a letter here. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, some of us have got a letter.
Where is it?
It's just in, yours, or this one, please.
So you've got some more information? Have you?
Other than the free documents for service.
Right.
And planning officers saying all the previous conditions is through, which you approved yesterday.
Right.
That's all the information I had from the emails.
What my consultant said to me is just as important as the soundproofing is mechanical ventilation.
Yes.
And it seems that they've included that for some of the flats. Yes, Councillor.
Chair, I would only hasten to say that I would think that the planning officers at TDC are obviously fully aware of where it's situated, fully aware of what is required for it, especially taking advice from building inspectors and such. And I'm sure that they will insist that the right soundproofing is required, the right ventilation is required because of where it is. I'm likely to say, from just my own point of view, that I can't see a problem.
No, I can't. I wouldn't want to live there, mind you.
No,
but,
I mean,
so sorry, Councillor.
My concern, they seem to be relying on the experts employed by the developer
Yes.
rather than investigate themselves.
Yes.
I think. So that was my concern too. It was a case of, are they adhering to what it should be or what was suggested? Because when the noise contour lines came out from RSP with regards to that close proximity to the airport, they it was outside the compensation zone as far as I remember. However, that was an average of contour lines. If you actually did the contour lines to where the noise would be for that period, it comes very much within the compensation zone. So for them to turn around and say you only need this much noise mitigation because these contour lines is for them to get out of anything, because in truth that wouldn't be sufficient. Because if they say that you need more, it's a case of why do we need more? Is the noise louder? They'd have to say yes, in which case they'd have to argue why they didn't say there was enough contour line. So they have to say it needs this, otherwise they'd be in a compensation zone. So I personally would want it to be looked at by an expert or TDC's experts to think, right, well, what should it be? As Councillor Orban said, and they probably are. I'm not knocking TDC's planning office or anything, but I would be conscious of which data they are.
Who's data?
Yes, I mean, they probably haven't got the experts in the house. Councillor Young.
I'm just looking at this and I can't see anything about windows opening, do I?
They won't.
Still. So what happens with fire? If there's a fire in these buildings, how do people, I mean, what's going to happen? What are the procedures, do we know? Is there a sprinkler system?
There will have to be.
What is there?
Chair.
Sorry.
Just to try and help Councillor Young out, it's very unusual for a sprinkler system to be going into an individual house, put in there depending on the windows. There will be open windows because they'll be required under health and safety, certainly under the building regulations. You can't have a complete enclosed property because that's the whole point of having a sound insulation. And of course people won't just want, especially during the summer, will want their windows open, won't they? So there is that to it. Can I just say as well, Chair, on the issues about a specialist, the planners will consult the environmental health. They will consult on the possible forthcoming of noise levels in relation to the cargo planes, should it ever go ahead, and So they will take all that into account. They won't just, they cannot rely on what the developer puts in. That needs to be checked and it needs to be consulted.
So what are we saying? Yeah, Councillor Green.
I may be wrong, but when outline planning was approved, that was before the airport, the DCO in the airport. And to me, the developers' noise consultants hardly mentioned airplanes. It was almost entirely about road noise.
Traffic.
So I just don't think they're taking it,
It needs to be looked at.
DCO, the way the DCO described the noise contour around the airport, I don't think they're taking that into account at all.
Well, can we say in our thing that we would recommend them to ensure
If
that they
that's
are
what members
taking.
want, Chair, I mean,
Yeah.
I would support that to say that before any consent is granted on the full application, on the reserved matters, that the concerns that Ramsgate Town Council has is to ensure there is sufficient
Noise
mitigation
and ventilation for the properties.
Sorry, can you repeat that for me?
No, I forgot what.
Can we say in the light of the recent?
Someone with better phraseology than
Very far, because I've got it.
Yeah, because we're all saying different things.
Read what you've got to say.
I got far as before consent granted on the reserved matters, Ramsgate Town Council raises concerns that noise.
Well, could we note that it is their consultants that have given these noise mitigation things, but we want to ensure that it is independently assessed in the light of the DCO regarding the airport.
well done.
Because I don't think you can actually mitigate against that, but is that all right, councillor?
Yes,
And let's face it, you want it to be as insulated as you can, really.
Well, you want it to be.
If the airport takes some of the pan, and don't bother.
No, but if we do get what they're promising, it will all shake anyway, so. Right, can we move on to the next? Sorry, can we vote? Yes.
Can we second? I'll second it.
You'll second it. All those in favour? Anyone against or abstaining? No. No, okay. Dinky little houses. Camden Square, I haven't been able to look at this as I normally do because it wouldn't come up on the website. So councillor,
On the planning website today, did you?
I got the rest of it, I didn't get this.
Oh, no, I couldn't get on at all when I tried.
If I may, Chair. I called this in because I was concerned of the extensions going up and what effect that would have on the neighbouring properties and residents. So I, like you, Councillor Magnuson, I haven't had a chance to particularly look at it, so I would like to have a look.
Yeah. So that little bit sticking out at the back
Do you want Dean
is,
to
sorry,
existing?
This is existing.
Yeah.
So what they want to do is go up a level and then put a staircase at the back. As you can see there.
In the building.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
it's going up and then.
It's not as big as I thought it was.
I don't think.
Oh,
right,
okay.
and
They're the only plans.
Yeah.
so they're having a balcony at first floor level. Is the balcony overlooking the neighbouring garden? I think that's.
How far is Dean, if you could go back to the site plan, I just want to see how far back it goes. It goes back quite a way, doesn't it, the garden? Yeah. And it's only coming out slightly. I don't know whether there's been any objections to it from the neighbours?
There weren't on
Is
the,
that-
no, I got, oh, sorry, councillor Purpose.
Thank you, Chair. Obviously, when they make the basement a one-bedroom flat, the stairs will meet planning regulations.
Building regulations.
Yeah, because that's quite steep when you look round at other places that have a basement, they're quite steep.
They look quite steep.
And if they're going to do that, so I know parking could well be an issue along that road with yet maybe two more cars.
Terrible part, dreadful.
Can't get any more in there.
No, I've no serious objection to it, but you could say it's over planning.
The staircase looks incredibly steep.
The front steps down to the basements on that row are very, very steep. I don't know
Well,
whether,
it doesn't mean to say they can do it
Just the
again.
back though, surely. It's got nothing to do with parking or anything, sorry, it's just the back of the, into the.
They're making another unit, sorry, councillor Green.
Access
Front.
to the one-bedroom flat will have to be from the back,
Yeah,
terrace,
but I can't see where,
or through the existing house. Now the access at the back is from memory.
is what?
From memory, it's hardly a road.
Yeah, so.
It's more an alleyway
yeah.
than a road, and I wonder whether that's an issue, access. And the other thing is, the roof terrace, I guess, is an issue in terms of overlooking.
Yes. They seem to have quite a high thing, you can see it there, at the top of the stairs, there's a high screen,
Yeah,
which presumably you can't look over unless you stand on something. But I would like to say, we do have concerns about access and overlooking. Sorry, councillor.
There's a very narrow alleyway behind those houses. So I suppose that's how you'd access that flat, through the garden, I suppose.
is there nothing I can't think of what the front looks like, so there isn't steps going down to.
No,
No, it's a terrace.
It's just,
yeah,
yeah.
the three steps.
Okay, yeah. But is that, I haven't got my glasses, I'm sorry, is that a metal fence along the front there?
Yeah.
So you can't see, there is no steps that go down?
There are on some of those
Yes, on
houses, I
some
don't know
days.
whether there is on that one,
Yeah.
That's what
but there are on
I'm
some and
wondering,
they're very steep.
whether there is a door down there,
Maybe that's the
a
access.
bit like in Augusta Road.
Yes,
Yes.
there are on some.
They are on some,
Could
and
be,
they're much
yeah.
steeper than
If
Augusta.
we go to the plans then, please, we might be able to see, if we see the plans, we might be able to
They've got
see
floor plans.
floor plans.
They've got steps down, steps down, is that steps at the front?
Yes, but there isn't a door. Oh, yes, there
Yes, there
is,
is.
sorry, there is a door. I'm looking at
Access
this.
from the front basement.
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
so they'll get in the front,
Yeah.
but it made no sense coming in the back.
So presumably those steps are existing
That's for them to get down into the garden, I would have thought.
for them to get in the garden, yeah.
So is the whole basement going to be the one-bedroom flat?
That's what it looks like.
Did
Or
it,
is it just the new bit?
looks like the whole
Oh,
basement.
basement, isn't it?
Oh,
isn't it amazing it? Isn't there an upper floor? No,
No, not on that, because the rest of it is the house,
this
isn't it?
is it,
Yes.
yeah.
So it's 3 stories above this.
Well, so the top one is the ground floor.
No, the middle one's the ground.
Which one's the ground floor?
The middle one.
The middle one. So that's access to the house. The bottom one is the
First floor.
first floor,
Top's the basement.
and the top is the basement with that tiny little staircase there. So it's got a bedroom, bathroom,
Living area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
It's a self-contained house.
it's got a front door, and then you have to squeeze past the bathroom to get into the living room?
So there is, Chair, sorry.
Yeah.
Is there no access for the base, for the proposed ground floor self-contained flat out into the garden?
Yes, that's the steep staircase.
Yeah.
It's the steep
No.
staircase.
There's no door on the ground floor, is there, at the back?
Yes.
There is.
So gardens are only for the house only, it won't be accessible from the basement.
No, so there's no access, there's no access into the back of the.
From the
basement
basement.
flat. No, so they've got no access, so where's their bin storage? I don't even know where the bin storage is for the current one. And they've got no outside space.
Seagull-proof bags
And is it,
on
is
campus.
it the far
Yeah,
end?
they wouldn't have bins, I don't think.
Well, yeah, it could well be, yeah, because they've only got one means of access.
There is next to the kitchen and by the staircase, there are those two Vs, which I presume are folding doors. Is that an outside space? I think it is. It's hatched.
That's for the house though, not for the flat, so the
No,
middle.
that's the flat, isn't it?
No, if you look where the stairs are coming down,
Right.
Can you see the top one is the flat, and it doesn't have access to the garden at the
I'm not getting big
back?
I'm sorry.
The next one has,
No, that's what I'm saying. If the top one is the flat,
yeah,
it does have it looks as if it's got a sort of courtyard.
no, that's the
There.
inside.
And then it
Got a
looks,
courtyard, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that courtyard? I thought that was
Yeah.
internal.
So did I thought.
right, it's very hard to,
Bifolding doors.
Because I thought, because that's the kitchen one side.
They've got bifolding doors to get out into the back, so that's
Right,
Access to get out, but
I'm happy with that.
yeah, it doesn't give the living room very much of a, well, it has got a window, but it, that's, but it will be underneath as floor.
Crazy man. Oh, really? Brain's still pretty good.
I think they're rather pushing their luck there.
so there's a door there.
Yeah, there's a door there.
Yeah.
They're bifolding on the other side. Yeah. I'm glad it's on this. Chair, personally, I don't think it's a problem, and I propose that we make no objection, Chair.
I feel a bit
Yes, sorry, can we have one meeting because we're sending it out to the public. So are you proposing?
I've just proposed that, Chair.
That, yeah,
We make no
but
objection.
no objection. Okay, I'll second that. All those in favour? Those against?
I'm abstaining.
You're going to three abstentions? Or anyone against? No, 3 abstentions. And that concludes, but councillor Nixie wants to make an announcement.